we don't even know when we're opting into things, right? We don't know what we're necessarily agreeing to, and we also don't know what we're contributing to that could potentially be negative to us in the future.
Hi, my name is Erika Alexander, and I'm here with Color Farm Impact, where we know stories shape systems, and we're really excited because we're with the tech we want, and we're going to be talking to a bunch of really cool people and ask them whether and how we set boundaries with tech and AI in our lives. So I'm down for this conversation. Are you? Yeah, you are. Come on, let's do it. Okay, we're here with Everette Taylor, CEO of Kickstarter. Man, that already sounds awesome.
Honestly, it's so cool to be with you. I have so much respect. I had to say that.
Thank you, and I'm freaking out. Honestly,
Yeah.
to be the CEO of Kickstarter, to look like you,
Thank
and
you.
to be so handsome and cool. But that also means how far we've come in this world. I promise you, Everette. This is a great pleasure.
My mom's gonna love this.
You've been doing a lot of. It's huge what Kickstarter is, and you've been doing a lot of work. I'm sure that it's exciting and new, or trying to figure out around AI
Yes.
what that is.
Yeah.
And we're talking about terms and conditions. And people opt in and out of contracts all the time.
Yep.
We always have. But people don't read the fine print.
Yep.
And so this is a different age where we are asked in real time, often all day, to make decisions about what our terms and conditions are. So what does that mean to you?
I think we're living in a time where we don't even know when we're opting into things, right? We don't know what we're necessarily agreeing to, and we also don't know what we're contributing to that could potentially be negative to us in the future. I remember one of the first things that I saw that people got excited about was, some of these like AI filters and different things like that, and you'll see something that just seems like really fun. And, and interesting, and it's like just taking the data. And, it's unfortunate, and what's happening right now, Kickstarter, we saw was like one of the top, I think 10, including like Reddit, scraped websites for AI in the world.
Okay.
Because there's just such a mountain of data. So like,
Wow.
People who are launching things on Kickstarter, they didn't agree to that, right? So there's just so much happening in the world, whether you do click that little button to say, yes, I agree to this or not, that we're participating in and we don't actively know that we are.
So like on Kickstarter, people are they setting their own terms and conditions with how they are operating their campaign? And are there definitely overarching conditions that you have for the people who participate?
Yeah.
Has that changed when you start to put in AI so people know what they're investing in and those types of things?
Yeah. Kickstarter was the first major tech company to have its own AI policy.
Okay.
At a time where a lot of people were just kind of like, we don't know what to do. We don't want to necessarily have a voice when it comes to this because you don't want to piss anyone off, right? Because there's people on both sides that feel very strongly about it. For us, as innovators, of course, we want to make sure that we embrace new technologies. But number one for us, especially as even though we're for profit, we're a public benefit corporation, we wanted to protect creators first. And for those who don't know, it's a type of for-profit that does not maximize for profits. We do things maximizing for positive impact in the world. And so for us, we operate our business, although we're a global business, there's billions of dollars on Kickstarter. We are very, passionate about protecting the work of artists and creators on Kickstarter.
You certainly have for lack of a better word, a moral center inside of something that's, that animates how you see the world and how you want to do business. I got to ask you how you got into this.
Yeah, so when I came into Kickstarter a little over 3 years ago, we were actually in a steady decline. We were down pretty much 20% year over year. We were declining in relevance. And for me, I came in with a passion and I don't know if you're a sports fan, but he said something recently, Signetti, who just won the national championship in football, that was kind of verbatim my mentality coming into Kickstarter. Okay. And he said, we're going to change the culture. We are going to change the expectation level. We're going to raise the bar, and we are going to change and improve the brand, right? And so for me coming in, I wanted to change the culture. I wanted to set a higher bar. I wanted to take the brand to another place. And so I completely thought about Kickstarter in a new way, where before when you went to Kickstarter, hey, you went there, you raised your money, and then it was like, good luck. I was like, we need to create, we need to create.
Go with God.
Yes, go with God. Mm-hmm. God bless you.
Brother, where did you come from? Because right now, I think it came from space.
No.
Where did you come from, and how did you get here?
Yeah, I come from Southside, Richmond, Virginia. You know, I grew up in Southside, proud, born and raised. You know, it was rough growing up, but I was always a creative kid. I was always super ambitious. I saw the world differently. I asked a lot. I was like, why are things the way that they are? And I always marched to the beat of my own drum. I've always been a leader. I've always been someone who, you know, saw things my way. And I just
Curious loner.
Yeah, 100%. And, you know, my mom, she worked nights when I was growing up. And so, you know, when I got home from school, she was already going off to work. When I woke up, she was still asleep. So a lot of that was just being independent and, you know, figuring things out for myself. When I was a teenager, I was homeless. We ended up in a tough financial situation. I ended up homeless when I was a teenager. And I discovered the world of tech. I was in a local library seeking shelter when I was in Richmond when I was homeless, and I found Mark Zuckerberg, Jack Dorsey, all on the internet.
Oh, I thought you saw them at the homeless.
No.
What were they doing there? But okay.
Nah, they ain't gonna be there.
But you had the access point.
Yeah, I had an access point, getting access to a computer, discovering all of these people, and even Q from WorldStar. You know, whatever you feel about WorldStar Hip Hop, I was like, wow, there's a black man with a website. You know, and so it inspired me to want to, you know, go into the world of tech. So I Googled, you know, tech schools in Virginia. Virginia Tech came up, and, you know, the rest is history. I learned how to code a bit. I started my first company at 19, sold it at 21. Found out that I sold that for too little because it got flipped for 15x that after I sold it. And as soon as I found that out, packed my car and was out to California a couple weeks later to learn the tech industry. And my career has just been me building my own companies as an entrepreneur, but also tapping into what is my talent as a creative and as a marketer. And the success that I had, I became a CMO, Chief Marketing Officer, when I was 25. I became CMO, Chief Marketing Officer of Artsy, the largest global platform for art, at 29, 30. And so all of the success I had as a marketer for these incredible platforms, and then as an entrepreneur, I started $4 million companies before the age of 27, 28. So that those success combined made me an unorthodox candidate to become the CEO of Kickstarter, and somehow, some way, they took a chance on the kid, and here we are.
Sounds like there's not a risk that you had showed them.
Yeah.
That you had the goods.
Yeah.
It's like you were star quarterback, but wasn't, you know, you're prepared to run and lead.
Yeah.
And these companies need you.
Yeah.
They need that unorthodox loner mentality.
Yeah.
To take them to the next level, but also, you know, let's be honest, to save them as well.
Yeah, 100%. And for me, it's just like I have a unwielding belief in myself and the things and the power that I do. I keep God first, and I just really believe in I can make change anywhere that I go. They took a chance on me at Kickstarter. I mean, you're talking about you know, company that's billions of dollars, global, everywhere, taking it. I was 32 years old at the time when I started interviewing for that job. So I didn't have CEO experience at that scale, and they took a shot, and 3 years later, we're the biggest we've ever been. So I feel very fortunate for that.
Ooh, I love it. I love it. So as you grow and matriculate in a world that is very difficult sometimes to define, where you end and where it begins, you seem very grounded in who you are, and you bring it forward. What are those terms and conditions that you feel are important that may help other people who may want to, you know, achieve some of the things you have?
Yeah, so, you know, I was having a conversation here, and I said, what are the three most important things in life? And to me, the three most important things in life are love, health, and time. I think love should be at the center of everything that we do. our passions, our friendships, our family, our love, romantically, platonically, all of those things. I do everything with love. I do everything with kindness. I think that's so important. Like, kindness is a non-negotiable for me as a person. Number 2 is health. Take care of yourself. I've had so many periods in my life where I didn't take care of myself the way that I should. That is also now part of the terms and conditions. There's no way that I'm not going to take care of myself, eat healthy, take time, get in the gym, sleep, all of those things. And the last thing is time. And to me, time is extremely valuable, and we don't know how much time that we have. So I live my life urgently. I live my life of passion, and I live my life trying to maximize every day as much as possible. So for me, the terms and condition for myself is like, you're gonna maximize and have the best day every single day. Look at who I'm sitting across from right now. I'm having the best day I possibly can, and that is what I'm gonna do every single day. And those are my terms and conditions.
You know what? I'm really overwhelmed, and I feel very emotional because I believe that love leaves everything, especially kindness. Yeah. This world can be so brutal, and everyone wants to go for something. They can just put blinders on and forget that that's the biggest investment
100%.
That you could make in persons, people, as you say, love, relationships, all of those things. If you're lucky enough, you'll be surrounded by it when you need it, especially. Yes. And you talk about time, and of course, we don't know. Yeah. We could be hit by not a bus, a diagnosis. And it changes effectively what you talk about, the health thing. You don't know when that's coming, so you need love to support you. Yes. Because in those times, everything that you might have accomplished is not going to make the difference. Yeah. And so just to see a brother say that, who is as powerful as you can be in the world, means that right there is the fine print that people may not know is an organizing faction in Kickstarter.
Yes.
Makes me want to be on Kickstarter.
Come on over. I appreciate you. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you making space for people like myself, people that look like us, for blazing a path for people like us. As a creative, the people like you have made a way for people like me. So thank you so much.